What is up, my nerds? Welcome back to the Nerdy Mind podcast, and today we're going to talk about one of the biggest debates in gaming right now, and it is the Nintendo Switch 2 versus the OG Switch, to see and compare if it is worth buying. But before we get into it, please hit that like. Likes definitely help the channel. Subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos like this. That is right, we are talking about two consoles, but with the same family. The Switch 2, which is coming out soon, and the overall OG Switch. We wanted to talk about to see, essentially, is it worth upgrading your current Switch with the Switch 2? Now, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, it's new. Everything spec-wise is going to be new with it. We're going to talk about a little bit about that as well. Compared to the Switch. So why it's a no-brainer. Obviously, upgrade. Overall, Switch 2's got better graphics, better battery life, understands what Wi-Fi means. You know, the stand's better, the screen's bigger. So all that sounds pretty good, right? And, you know, in the OG Switch, you know, Joy-Cons had stick drift, and Nintendo says that they've fixed that with the Switch 2. There's not going to be any stick drift. So we will see how that works out when the Switch 2 comes out. If, you know, playing Breath of the Wild 3 and, you know, you're on a nice little cliff, you know, trying to gaze out where you're going to go, and all of a sudden, you know, a ghost takes over the controller and shoves you off. So we'll see how it goes. Now, don't get me wrong, I have been a Nintendo fan since I was young. You know, I remember, you know, starting out on the Super Nintendo and then upgrading consoles, and you can't forget the great
N64,
GameCube, and then, you know, you can't lug those around everywhere you go, especially if you're traveling to like a grocery store or you're heading on, I mean, I used to play it on vacation, but hey, if you couldn't do that or your parents wouldn't allow you to, you know, Nintendo had an option for you.
Had the Game Boy Color, Advance, SP, DS.
They had answers for that, and it wasn't until recently where Nintendo was like, hey, you know, let's give our fans something that can mesh both worlds. That way you don't have to buy two consoles. You know, because we had the handheld community, which I consider myself a handheld community. I love a good handheld, or console community. So they decided, let's mesh them both together. We'll make our console portable for everyone. And it was revolutionary. It's great. It's an amazing idea. I have no hate with the Switch at all. So this is all coming from just me looking from the outside, just debating if me having a Switch, should I make the choice to upgrade to the Switch 2? So the original Switch has a 6.2 LCD screen. It's shot in 1280 to 720p, which for a handheld, you know, console, that's not terrible resolution. Compared to a PS5 and Xbox X, then yeah, there is no comparison. You know, obviously those systems are built for like 4K resolution. So the Switch 2 is going to get a 7.8 LCD screen, so a much bigger screen than what we have last time. So speculation that the Switch 2 will have 4K resolution and will be able to play games in 4K. Not like PlayStation 5 to Xbox X level, but more PlayStation 4 to Xbox One, which is a very big step up from what we're used to with the overall original Switch. But again, here's the real question: is the Switch 2 worth the upgrade? I mean, it's going to be pricier than the original. You're going to have to sell your kidney to overall have it, or are you okay with just keeping what you have now? I've heard speculation that the Switch 2 price may be $500. I don't know. I mean, information is still trickling in. You know, or it's possible that it's $299 to $350 depending on bundles and everything that Nintendo overall releases with the Switch 2. So it's all up in the air. But bigger screen, better chipset, more RAM, bigger hard drive built into the Switch 2. Overall, you can probably expect that it's going to be more money than the original Switch. And one of the big downsides that Nintendo gets is that their graphics aren't, you know, great compared to PlayStation or Xbox. I think that's an unfair an unfair comparison, because I mean, how much can you really fit into that small of a console? Now, if Nintendo is able to improve the graphics on the Switch 2, like they say, and make Mario's mustache more majestic.
What is up, my nerds? I want to introduce you to Anime Town Creations, your ultimate destination for anime-inspired vinyl decals. Are you a diehard anime fan who can't get enough of your favorite characters? Do you want to carry your passion for anime everywhere you go? Want to level up your gaming setup with epic vinyl decals? Need a desk pad that's not just functional, but a work of nerdy art? Look no further, because AnimeTownCreations.com has got you covered. When you shop at AnimeTownCreations.com, you'll enjoy these fantastic perks of exclusive designs, premium quality, endless possibilities, and customer satisfaction. At AnimeTownCreations.com, they bring your favorite anime characters and themes to life like never before. Trust me, you're not going to need the Dragon Balls to deck out your credit card with stunning custom-designed anime decals that showcase your style. You don't need to be Seto Kaiba to transform your gaming console into a masterpiece with their high-quality vinyl decals. And have your desk go plus ultra with the exceptional desk pads featuring vibrant anime-inspired artwork. Ready to join the Anime Town Creations family? Visit their website today to explore their amazing collection and stay up to date with their latest creations. Don't miss out on the chance to turn your world into an anime wonderland. With a coupon code NERDY10, that's NERDY10, and get 10% off your first purchase. That's NERDY10 with AnimeTownCreations.com. Bring your love for anime to life, one decal at a time.
And you can see the hairs on it, then I mean, yeah, then obviously the Switch 2 is definitely an upgrade. Why wouldn't you want that? We'll add a plus in the Switch 2 category is that the backwards compatibility. It will allow you, from what Nintendo says, to play old Switch games. So that's always a plus. I appreciate Nintendo for doing that. They always have done it, especially when the Wii came out. You could still play your GameCube games, which was great because, I mean, when I upgraded to the Wii, I thought, well, I have all these GameCube games, and it was awesome. I mean, if you don't remember the GameCube, the discs were so small that you were like, well, I guess I won't be able to play these games anymore, but the Wii actually was enabled to play the small discs, which was great. So Nintendo's always been great for having backwards compatibility. I mean, even with the Switch now, they have the emulators on there, which is great. They're putting a lot of their hits on the Switch with the emulators. They don't have everything, but you can't really have everything because it's a lot of data and stuff. But things are coming out slowly, so I expect more good things to come with the Switch 2. The OG Switch is like equivalent to your cool older sibling. He got you into gaming. Meanwhile, the Switch 2 is equivalent to like the younger sibling. They're good at everything. They run faster. They look better. And your parents, aka Nintendo, end up spending more money on it. But it doesn't take anything away from the OG Switch. I think it really comes down to when it releases, when they actually give out more information. If the graphics can overall hold up to what they say, and there's a couple factors that I'm going to get into right now. Weight. The Switch right now, I think, is at a decent weight. I can sometimes get a little fatigued depending on the position that I am playing in. So with the screen and everything being bigger, you're going to add more weight to it. With the bigger battery, you're adding more weight. So I'm interested to see the fatigue of playing the Switch 2 on how it compares to my original. Obviously, it's lighter, so you're definitely adding a weight factor. If I know correctly, the original Switch was, let me see, 0.72 pounds and 0.32 kilograms. So they haven't really released what the Switch 2 will be weighed in at, so that's information that we don't have right now. So again, we're still waiting, trickling in information about the Switch 2. Weight is a factor, and I'll be honest, the new design of the Joy-Cons is a questionable design in my opinion, and this is only my opinion. I'm just saying that I do like the ability to slide the original Switch's on a like little channel, and then they connect. Rather, if you see here, connect into a tiny little plug, essentially a male plug, and they just clip in with the Switch 2. So I think that might be a failure point, in my opinion. It might be a failure point of you might have problems with repairs, Nintendo. I'm just saying, I know how I was as a child playing this game, playing consoles and getting angry and sometimes accidentally breaking things. Not saying doing it on purpose, but it can happen. And I think that is a big failure point, because kids might wrench on those things when they're angry and snap, and then you got parents who have to overall send it back to Nintendo or take it to a repair shop, and keep some repair shops in business to overall fix that. I really think I can understand that they wanted quick releases, easier to remove the Joy-Cons and make the Joy-Cons bigger, but I think they could have kept the overall slide factor, because at least they're stuck on there, and you don't have to worry about that plug. I really am interested to see how that works out. I do like the new Joy-Cons though. Like the back end is overall bigger. You can actually touch the buttons a little bit better. You don't have to have the adapters. I'm wondering if Nintendo is going to continue to sell the little adapters for it. The stand on the Switch 2 is better. You don't have that just one little leg. It has a U stand now. But again, those are the only two things that I'm concerned about, is overall weight, and those Joy-Cons is very interesting to me. All in all, I really like the overall design of it. I think it's cool to have a bigger screen. I think it's overall cool to be bigger. You have more display. I hope they do end up giving a little bit better graphics. I mean, it is 2025. I feel like Nintendo has never really been graphically good compared to PlayStation or Xbox, but they have held their own, in my opinion, especially when it came to like a GameCube era, or even 64. They definitely held their own, and I think with the Switch, they kind of took a step back. I mean, Pokemon definitely struggled to play on the Switch. It was a lot of glitches, and I feel like with the Nintendo community, it's such a niche. I mean, you got PlayStation, Xbox always going at it. Plus, you throw PC in there. And Nintendo's kind of like in their own world. They're kind of their own thing, and they, I respect that. But it would be nice to overall have some type of decent quality graphics on something, rather than like me picking up a Steam Deck and playing Steam games on that as a handheld. I know it's an overall quick episode, but it's not really something too in-depth you really need to talk about. I am working on getting some guests on. I'm going to have a new guest on soon, hopefully very, very soon. I'm trying to get out there and put more content out, especially with the TikTok ban that happened, but we're back. Just know my schedule is kind of crazy right now. I was working nights over at my job, and now I'm back on day shift. I am working with getting more content out there. Just know that I'm not going away. I'm trying to work my schedule. I'm a normal human being. I do this for fun, and I do this for you guys. But I'm trying to get better. Planning out more. But I thought I had to get on here and talk about the Switch 2. I thought it was very interesting. Talk about some new anime that's coming out. I mean, we got Solo Leveling Season 2's out. I've got to watch that. I still got to watch Dragon Ball Z Daima. I want to watch a little bit of that. I've been seeing clips of it, and it's very interesting to me, especially the last project Akira Toriyama had made. So got to honor him and watch it. Overall, go check me out on the socials. Instagram, Threads. I'm on Threads now, @TheNerdyMind, and TikTok, obviously, for now, until it goes away, but we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't. I know it's back, but, we'll see how that goes. So definitely go follow me on that. I put up a lot of short clips of the episodes on there. Also YouTube Shorts. Obviously got to do YouTube Shorts. And if you don't like long form, definitely check out the short form. But yes, overall, thank you all for listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, and also watching the videos on YouTube. I do appreciate it. Hit that like button and subscribe, and overall hit that notification bell. And guys, I'll see you next time, and stay nerdy, my friends.